a big charging herd of elephant life changes coming at me and an inflamed right eye. Thank you to Free Cash for sponsoring today's video.
Okay, happy day. First good news today. I missed my important monthly hair color appointment to make the whites and grays go away last week when I had to go into the emergency room for my eye and have that adventure. So they were able to get me in today, and that is super great. And so I looked John Henry General Store, and I was just in here yesterday, and we stocked up on some great things, but they did not have flats of grapes. And that's it. You got to check their Facebook page every day because they get new fresh things in stock. They have flats of grapes today, and we did not do the grapes yesterday at Costco because I was like, I don't want to pay those Costco grape prices. My fingers are crossed. John Henry General Store is going to get some grapes in. So really quick, on the way home, we're going to go in here and stock up on some grape deals.
So I got my grapes. I'm not here for too much today because I was just here yesterday, but it was definitely worth a quick stop for some grape flats. But all the flowers certainly look beautiful. So we've had a big adventure day. We've been walking and we have seen, this is our second snake, and we also saw a possum. Big day around here. This will now be the Nature Channel. So, showing, I am sitting. I'm under my favorite weighted blanket. I've got my remote. I have almost 10,000 steps. Yay. So, I'm going to have 2 of my 90% dark chocolate squares with my favorite sugar-free almond butter. That's my idea of a good time. And also, we're going to get in some House Hunters International. Because, you know, it's fun to sit here and eat my chocolate and shop for an apartment in Brazil, right? Well, Jam Fam, I first want to say thank you to Free Cash for sponsoring today's video. And I am working on resetting my kitchen a little bit this afternoon. We have, of all fun things, of course, we love our fun around here. We're going to have a little afternoon ice cream party summit situation while watching a science documentary. But I just told everybody, if I can just do a quick little tidy out here and a few more work things, then we will take that break together. And I wanted to share something interesting with you guys. As you know, this season has been very busy for me, adding in additional eye specialist appointments once a week or multiple times a week. And then all the regular mom life things and family appointments we already have scheduled out and about, sometimes 1 a week, sometimes 3 or 4. And then I have additional appointments, so it can just, the weeks can feel appointment heavy, that's for sure. And I'm just gonna do some cold water defrost method on this chicken that I had them bring up that I want to do for dinner tonight. And you add in sports schedules and errands and pickup lines and just all the moving parts of life. And I also, my coffee pot, since it's only the $24 one of us has to manually turn it off, so it burned a little bit, so that's okay, clear now. But sometimes all of these appointments allow for little pockets of waiting time. And so for me personally, as a single mom managing a large household, I know how full life can be. And I know I'm not alone. I know so many women juggle various dynamics and responsibilities and life's circumstances. So I know anytime there's an opportunity to layer on another option and even potentially earn some more spending money in between appointments and long waits in waiting rooms, or even if it's a little bit of downtime on the couch. I know we're watching our documentary this afternoon, and I am forever a big fan of resting and watching some house hunters. So that's where, like the app I came across called Free Cash, may be a nice option for you for those in-between moments. Free Cash is an online platform where users earn rewards for doing things like playing mobile games and completing surveys, and even trying out different apps. And the thing that stood out to me when looking into Free Cash is Free Cash has a rating of 4.7 on Trustpilot. So let me show you what the platform looks like. So when you log in, you will see many different offers available, including games and other ways to earn rewards. And when you start an offer, the platform walks you through the setup so that your progress can be tracked and your rewards can be credited properly. And so the way that it works is when I pick out a game, you complete a certain milestone while playing, and that's how the rewards are earned through the platform. They also mention that in-app purchases can speed up your progress, and when purchases are done through Free Cash, you can earn cashback rewards. And when you're ready to cash out, there are several options available, such as PayPal, Bitcoin, and gift cards, and the platform walks you through the cash out process step by step. So I know a lot of busy women, moms and grandmas and aunties. We are always juggling all the things, and even young adults and college students, they might enjoy looking into something like this as another option. We're earning a little extra spending money in those downtime moments. So if you want to check out Free Cash, click the first link in the description below to sign up for Free Cash and explore it for yourself. New users receive a $10 bonus after completing their first offer. And the more offers you complete, the more rewards you unlock. So it can be something fun to try in those small waiting pockets of time throughout the week. Just keep in mind the interface may look a little different depending on your country, but overall the process works the same. I'm going to keep exploring this in these little mom life waiting moments and circle back later to see how it goes over time. So be sure to click the first link in the description below and go check out Free Cash for yourself. And remember, new users receive a $10 bonus when they complete their first offer. Well, happy Monday. We have pajama pants, socks, coffee. It's been raining and the birds are singing, and I am walking slowly. I've been walking throughout the morning, but I am working on my YouTuber extraordinaire expansion and relaunch plan. At this point, it's work I can do on my phone. I'm also hosting a YouTube live event tonight when I'm filming this. I will link the replay for you all, and on my little to-do list while I lay down flat this afternoon is I'm going to create that link and cheerlead it, promote it all around, but I'll be laying down while I'm doing it. So getting my rest, but also getting work in pockets of time. And you are going to spend the week with me, see my anti-inflammatory meals, how I'm feeding my family, how am I working and moving forward in business and life as a single mom and a woman rebuilding, and a big charging herd of elephant life changes coming at me, and an inflamed right eye that we go back to the eye specialist this week too. And I'm just one hour, one day at a time. But look at us, we're doing it. We got some Lego action going on. And happy May, we have jackets back on. So just had my guys bring up a load of freezer meals and accessories from the grocery store in the basement, right? So we have coming up, we've got, this is a Meat Lovers breakfast bake with hash browns in it. And also this is another Philly cheesesteak bake with hash browns in it. I've got 2 bags of muffins from January. Brought up another box of eggs for other adventures. And this is officially the last 10 by 15 meatloaf. I think we've got enough leftovers in the fridge actually for food, for meal options for tonight. That might get baked tomorrow. Also, just now I brought up a couple more of these riced broccolis, and I am getting ready to go live tonight on YouTube. So I'm prepping for that, still in the bathrobe, but I will be dressed before I do that. But just kind of throwing meal ideas around, since I'm also anti-inflammatory, and I know this brand of sausage, I know there's questions. It's questionable. There's questionable things if we get into, yeah, we've got like corn syrup in this. You know, it's hard to get it all right, but I'm a big believer in you make the best of what you have to work with. So I actually might switch this out for just some rolls of ground beef. What I was trying to do is like some riced broccoli veggie bowls and pair it with a protein. Okay, could also end up doing the meatloaf and having it with this rice broccoli. Anyway, there's your encouragement. Make the best with what you have to work with. I did fried eggs in bacon grease, avocado, mashed avocado, and cucumber this morning. And I also did my chia seed pudding. No video proof of that, but that's what I've eaten so far. And I just recently had 2 squares, 90% dark Lindt chocolate. But next meal options, I'm thinking some kind of protein bowl with this riced broccoli. All right, so hey, look, I'm meal prepped. I'm getting ready to go live. I'm getting out of my pajama pants, and I am throwing some quick cheese sticks. We got these, the lactose-free ones from Sharp Shopper. There's another pack, both those are open. These are some leftover cheese sticks for an equestrian trip my mom and a bunch of kids went on. And then, of course, we have our delicious pudding that we've been buying a case of at a time. There we go. We got some more spoons. Other people have some spoons. I'm getting ready to go live now. And then also quickly, by the seat of our pants, there's some rice broccoli and ground beef and good things going down. That's the bacon grease that makes everything better. Happy new day. I think we are going out grocery shopping. How exciting is that? I have 10,000 steps. I got 10,000 steps before 11. I'm at a little over 11,000 now. I'm gently walking in the sunshine, birds singing, 8-pound weighted vest, kids with me, all good. Food now. I had a few things while I walked. I think I had some priorities, banana and dark chocolate. But now I'm having riced broccoli that was cooked for me last night before I went live. Some more ground beef. I think I said yesterday it was 2 pounds of ground beef. That wasn't for one meal. You know how I like to do things around here. If I'm making something for me, I'm making it so I can get a couple meals out of it. So reloaded today in my bowl, ground beef, organic riced broccoli. We have bacon grease, salt, and pepper. The cucumbers I sliced up yesterday, another mashed avocado. Someone mentioned to me about doing low FODMAP, which I did in December, working with my intestinal inflammation and gut health. But since I've had other signs of healing, I've slowly added things back in, such as raw vegetables. I may not be able to do this raw vegetables long term. I may have to focus on my steamed vegetables and my already cooked green beans and such, but this is what I'm doing for today. And I've also been asked in several videos if I have ants. I just saw one crawling. I do have ants. We have ants going on here, yeah. But that is not one. But I did just, if I move my bowls and plates, I'll probably, I had some in here visiting me. But, oh, yep, there's one, there's another one over there crawling. So, and we have, you know, a little drip of honey. Gee, how does this happen in a country kitchen, Jamerrill? And then I have my prescribed load of vitamins. Got to put in another vitamin order today and some nice anti-stress tea, we'll say, haha. So this is my brunch, and then I'm going to get out of the socks and the sandals and the pajama pants, pull myself together, get out of the bonnet, and do big batch well, mini big batch shopping out and about today. Okay, so hey, out of pajamas, in a dress. Also got some of my guys some quick McValue meals. They're like $5 and $6 each, on our way to film some grocery shopping today, but out and about and doing things. Stuck in so much construction traffic, but I have myself a spicy East Coast Italian unwich. That is great. Me and my guys successfully went to John Henry. We got to meet some members of the Jam Fam there today. That was fun. And we went to Costco. Now we're going to head home. I'm going to feed myself while in traffic, though. And I'm also going to let them drop into Dollar Tree real quick for some goodies. This is working to get out the door to an appointment. I am out of my favorite crunchy almond butter. And I did have these little raw organic almond butter packs, but I will add that to my next Walmart grocery delivery order that I need to get done. Hello Country Fly strip in the background there. But I am using up the last. I've got 2 more Egg Life wraps after this. Had a smoked sausage earlier today while I was walking, and just don't have time to cook anything for myself right now, but I can do my faux peanut butter and jelly wrap, and I can do my almond butter and banana on an Egg Life wrap trick, and get me and one of my people gotta run by the bank and gotta get to an appointment that'll be a couple hours. I'm going to try to finish one book at the appointment and start another. I'm going to try to just read one book at a time. Being a homeschool mom all these decades, I'm used to juggling multiple books at a time. But again, I'm going to have a go at just doing one for myself right now. I have an audiobook almost finished, but I would like to get back into a season with my hard copy books. So, my version of fast food. Mid-morning now, out the door. Okay, running into the eye specialist appointment.
Okay, just got out of the eye specialist. The pressure in both eyes is excellent. There's no inflammation in either eye. I did note I've had some pain, like in this area, top of this eyebrow, coming out my cheekbone, like a 3 or a 4. And I have considered and thought that that is just the my eye coming off of the steroid drop, because I was doing it like 12 times a day, once every hour. We've slowly tapered. Now I'm to once a day. Was supposed to be done with it today, but because I've had that twinge, they're going to have me continue the once a day for 5 more days. And I will come back end of next week after a few days of being totally off, and we'll just assess it again. They also assessed this eye only because, again, no inflammation. I've just had an odd presence in it, and I'm aware of things. So I'm going to the specialist. These are the things I'm noting, but today things look great and looks like we're moving forward well.
Okay, have not been in here maybe in 2 months. This is only my second time going in, so we're gonna have some adventures. Just looking at these, they stack. There's a couple in here. I don't really know who or what would use them, but they open on the side. And then there's these little chairs that could be cleaned up. Christmas cups in here. We've had these at different times. They're fun. Lots of plates and glasses. Sorry, church suppers book. These are so cute. Someone had a lot of fun in those. Just looking, not my size, but cute, caught my eye. Now this is so big. I mean, of course it needs cleaned up, but sprayed off with the hose. I don't care about the batteries. This might be a fun, like outside in the mud with acorns and sticks and fun outside toys. I'm gonna add that. And now we've gone into another Goodwill location. It's a good day for Goodwill. Some of these prices though, $6.99, $8.99. Next thrift store location. Little Kermit cup. I don't even know if they know who Kermit is, but still.
So, it's getting late in the day. We've been out all kinds of appointments, but getting in some thrift stores and some fun things. Was heading home and I started to get a light on my dash that said my key fob battery was low. I don't know what that means, but I just know my other vehicle died on me the other day. Vehicle sagas, have to get that towed to the shop, and I need my backup vehicle to work right now. So we turned around, I called the dealership. It was a $9.86 fix. They had the battery in stock. They put the battery in the key fob. we're up and running so I can continue to go where I need to go. So I'm gonna feed myself. It's like 3:12. Time for lunch, Jamerrill. So while I'm out and about feeding myself, dairy-free, gluten-free, all the things, I just try to do the best I can. So Wendy's, I ended up being, so I'm gonna fix my hair here. Wendy's is near the dealership. Anyway, I got a plain baked potato, no butter, no sour cream, no fun, but it's good. I will eat it after my burger. So usually I get the Dave's double, no cheese, no bun. When I was ordering that, the cashier was like, you know, if you just order 2 patties, it's even cheaper. So it's $1.30 a patty. And she's like, and then I just add your toppings individual. And I said, please make my day. So I ordered 2 patties and then the toppings. I'm going to make myself a burger with the patties being like the bun. I'm going to sit here and eat it. You'll be proud. Then I'm going to eat that baked potato. So it's $6.61. The baked potato, I remember back in the day, they used to be 99 cents. It was 3 something. And my 2 patties and all the fixins was 3 something. So that's just a nice little hat tip there. I told her, I said, thank you. I like all the little tips that I can get to help a mama out. So yay, Wendy's.
Okay, next stop, Dollar Tree. Second time in here this week. Lots of cute summer things. These look fun. Little snackle boxes. Lots of nice meal prep containers here. And so these are $1.50, but you get 3 of them with lids. Okay, so I just finished the Sharp Shopper grocery haul. But wait, there's more. We were also able to hit, I think we went to 3 different thrift stores and the Dollar Tree. So let me show you what we got. Okay, so many things. Well, these are just the bags. We're not that great about keeping bags in the car. We're not great at all at this, of having bags. So these were $1. And I let my teen who was with me pick bags that they would like. And so, oh, and what's this? Okay, no, that's a sample from something else that was in the car. Anyway, so hey, we got some more bags. And I said, you know what? We could put these back in the car once we get things in the house. That way we'll have them. Look at us. So several thrift stores are represented here. This just looked like a good time. I don't know. It's a cat toy pom-pom thing. Has 30 colorful pom-poms. It was on the pricey side, $3.99. But I figured so much fun for kids and cats. And it's, you know, they're soft. Our cats are totally going to love it. So that's $12 of a good time that Mom spent there. Also at the Dollar Tree, so these were at a thrift store, one of the Goodwills, and they have a area where you can check out with stuff. Dollar Tree, I just got another pack of 20 washcloths for $5. And then 'tis the season, you know, we have pool and lake visions. We've never actually had one of these snackle boxes. And so fun might be a good idea, might be a nightmare. We'll see. So I got this. It has handles, okay, $6. Felt like I needed several of them. But also for kid homemade Lunchable type meal prep, I thought this was okay for $1.50. We got 2 containers and 2 lids. So I got 1 of this darker blue. We got 2 reds and 2 of these lighter green. And so I guess, yeah, that's going to give us 10 total. Might also be fun. Not a secret that I have a lot of country bugs coming in and out of my house and my kitchen with 3 doors that open and kids and cats and life and stuff and things. So I got some more fly strips. Also on my Walmart grocery pickup order, those bug lights you all told me about. I think you call them Vivo. I need to get the refills for those, but I just got those for now. Anything else at the Dollar Tree? Well, I had my teen got a bunch of arts and crafts stuff, so that was fun. Now, at the Goodwill Adventures, we have this chair. I don't know. I just figured someone's going to have fun with this. I also got this pirate castle cove thing. Look, we even got treasure there. $3 of fun. We got the dirty bus. Don't worry, we're going to wipe the table down after this. Take this outside and clean it. Got a cup. Emoji fun. Got another little fun bus at the Dollar Tree. Nope, thrift store. Nap Time, Lap Time looked like a precious, precious book. And let's see, one of my science guys, I thought he would like this. This hadn't been open. And under $4 of fun. Look, well, they're also, maybe you can do it with lemons and tomatoes. Looks like fun. Again, $3.99 fun. Got a little Kermit cup. Showed you the emoji cup. Got a dinosaur stuffy. And then we got this brand new dragon stuffy that I think one of my guys is going to really, really like. So this was some of our fun. Oh, and my youngest, I got him some SpongeBob slippers because why not? It's a good time. So this is a bunch of our thrift store and Dollar Tree hopping around just for fun goodies. Also, my teen at the thrift store got various like, well, what was it? They got a Christmas looking thing for the fabric. They bought some things for the fabric for some craft projects, some of the jewelry for craft projects, and those have already gone to their room. But it was fun to look around and shop. Good morning. Got the weighted vest on, got my little vitamin drink. We are going to go. We got some beautiful sunshine. I'm going to go get moving. And I have this box from my Trim Healthy Mama friends. And they sent me some goodies, so let's see our goodies. Okay, we've got wonderful, some pristine whey protein. Very nice. I'm looking to see if this is vanilla or unflavored. It's one of them. Pristine whey. It's probably unflavored, unless I'm just not seeing it. Don't have my walk yet today, but this is nice to put into smoothies and other adventures. And yeah, it's 20 grams of protein. And then this, okay, Trim Healthy Beauty Sleep Vanilla Chai. That sounds very nice. Okay, we got dairy-free, gluten-free, checks all those boxes. Oh, calming adaptogens and antioxidants for stress relief. This sounds like all the things I need in my life. Supports skin elasticity and overnight repair. Promotes deeper, more restful sleep. So, beauty sleep, sip, sleep, glow. Okay, I won't read you the whole bottle right now. Let me see what's in it. Okay. I'm reading. I don't know if you're reading, but I'm reading. We have that adaptogen I can never say correctly, but I have it in everything. Cinnamon, fruit extract, asparagus. Nice. Okay. Well, we will definitely give this a go. I love all the things. Let me read a few things here. Rest deeper, wake radiant. Okay. It's I'm Ashitawanga. I know it's wrong. It's me though. See, I'm the problem. It's me. 3-gram clinical dose of glycine to support deeper sleep, reduce fatigue. Very nice. Okay, well there's all the, well, can you focus in on that? Okay, well I'll have some of that tonight. I like all the fun little drinks and supplements and adaptogens I can have in my life. We are getting a beautiful sunshine day. Finishing a cup of coffee, walking in the pajama pants and the socks and the sandals. Weighted vest still activated. I think I've done over 2 miles wearing this today, but that's cool. It's something I can do, which is always what I look for. What can I actually do here? Well, I could walk gentle, listen to the birds, wear my weighted vest, and I am slowly getting some work done on my phone. I have planned to, as much as I can, there's work things I'll need to do in the universe right now. It's Friday, but I'm going to take it super low key and chill Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then next week, try to buffer my self-care in and around doing a 4 to 5 day work week and handling all the life and stuff and things. Okay, we got about 8,000 steps in slowly through the morning. And I have, yet again, say it with me, the fourth of a cup of chia seeds, a cup and a half of unsweetened almond milk, 2 packs of stevia, but I do have half a cup of that soft-baked kind granola peanut butter chocolate chip that we got marked down at Sharp Shopper that's also gluten-free. That's like my extra treat right now. Super yum. Also, I was talking to Coach Mama Fox this morning, and she was telling me how organic basil seeds are twice the fiber of chia seeds. And I could probably do this same recipe with those. So I've ordered us a bag of them, and we will give that a try here in a few days once Amazon delivers. Now I'm going to work on cooking up some of the grass-fed ground beef, and I'm going to prep just this really easy burger bowl I've been eating on repeat. So let's do some more. And I just came back upstairs with a little haul from the grocery store in my basement. I am looking for my meat masher real quick. So I did 2 packs of the ground beef, but I only know how to bulk cook. So I'm going to do a 3rd pack each one. So basically 4 pounds of grass-fed ground beef. And again, this is going to be several meals for me in the coming days. I was going to get 3 bags of rice broccoli. One of these was kind of cracked open, and I thought, oh, okay, well, so it'll be 4. That got ripped at some point, but we've been stocking up on this at Sharp Shopper. I got some of our home processed chicken broth. I'm going to let defrost and just drink that over a few days. And then I was going to wash. These are some of those organic mini cucumbers we got at John Henry. I'm going to wash and prep those for myself. So, and then the other 2 packs of ground beef, I have someone else that one of my young adults does some meal prepping too, based on their needs at different times. So I will leave those other 2 packs of grass-fed ground beef in the fridge, and they'll use those. And I just had a teen wash several pounds of sweet potatoes, and we've got those going low in the slow cooker. So here's my meal prep food for right now. I'm gonna let that cool. I'll get that in the container in the refrigerator. I'm gonna have a bowl of it now. I added Redmond salt, pepper, and a little bit of Azure, organic garlic powder. It's delicious. And then I have my sliced cucumbers, mashed avocado. Gonna work on eating this and getting some afternoon work done. Also, I have the rest of these cucumbers sliced and prepped, bad spots, little here and there cut off. So that'll be my cucumber for the next day or 2. And here's those Sharp Shopper pizzas with the giant pepperonis on them. So that's a happy Friday night dinner for the household. Well, happy new day. I'm working on pulling my meals together. Shorts activated. Gonna be 90 today in Virginia. What in the world? So a friend of mine had mentioned to me about trying basil seeds versus chia seeds. Chia seeds are obviously fantastic, but basil seeds, and she was telling me this, twice the fiber, twice the potassium, lots of good things, good reason to give it a try to, well, see how I like these. And they checks a lot of boxes there. And then let's see, we've got 5 grams of protein. This is for 2 tablespoons. Got potassium, magnesium in there. Again, lots of good fiber. So with my chia seeds, I've been doing the 1/4 of a cup of chia and a cup of unsweetened almond milk or cashew milk. So I did a 1/4 of a cup of the basil and 1 cup of unsweetened, I think it was cashew milk this morning. So they're also supposed to soak and hydrate a little faster and all that. And then it's just 2 packs of stevia. Then I'm going to do my little faux PB&J, which is really unsweetened almond butter, and then this superfood fruit spread. And Walmart grocery delivery order last night, I got these sweet cinnamon egg life wraps, so I'm gonna do a PB&J kind of situation. And I just did my first couple laps on my walk this morning. I already had a cup of blueberries. I'm doing 2 of these, like a little, we can pretend we're having a sandwich situation. And I just did another layer. This will be nice and thick. I'll eat that while I'm marching around. How's that for a nice slow pace? Only 1.8 miles per hour. I've been walking a little over an hour and 20 minutes. Not quite 2 miles, but I'm going to finish that 2 mile here shortly. And then it's going to be bath and pajama time early. I should be laying down flat before 7. And I'm going to work on getting my journals caught up and do some reading and just rest this body. Alrighty, new day. Just had an early morning appointment working on my basil seeds again, and I have my cup of the unsweetened cashew milk, which again, I know some people don't care for the cashew milk, and it's choose your own adventure with that. And choosing my own adventure, I'm going to stir with a fork because I need to get the dishwasher unloaded to get some spoons around here, but this will be fine. I did learn yesterday it does hydrate faster, and I ate it, no problems, no complaints. My body has had no complaints, and it is a good 30 grams of fiber situation. Well, there you have it. We have been nervous system healing and working through doing that delicately over the past week. And yeah, big life-changing news, switching from chia seeds. Not that I don't still love the chia seeds, but giving those organic basil seeds a try. I have a fairly gentle work week planned out, but also lots of nervous system recovery time, gentle walking in the sunshine. We got the birds, we got the sunshine, just finished the water, and also working in a lot, and I mean a lot. I'm gonna go heavy on the off my feet nervous system recovery time. It's not the walking, it's not my walking or even my running that did this to me, that caused the inflammation. It's the years of chronic stress, crisis, hypervigilance, and all that my body has been enduring, and I'm not done. I've mentioned my 2026 changes that I became aware of on a recent podcast episode, and so also within all of this, my whole trajectory for 2026 has changed, and it's not business related, it's all personal life crisis managing stuff. So everything in my life load is a lot on one human life and body. And so what I'm going to work on implementing, I probably have about 4 afternoons out of 7. And this will sound silly, but those who've been through this level of intensity in life and have to deal with recovery and inflammation and a lot of things. And so starting back in March, I felt in my intuition I just needed to pause running for a season, and I did. It's been 8 weeks now of no running, and I'm looking at taking the rest of May. Sorry, I feel like hair tickling me. The rest of May and even most of June off. And when I start back, it'll be gentle, like 30-minute slow runs. I'm hoping to get back in July, but I'm going to check in with my body and see how I feel at that time. I do have some fun things on my list in July, and I do love a good fun thing. But overall, restoratively, I need to support my body through this inflammation healing time. And it's, the eye specialist last week told me to continue on the drops through, I think I've got 1 more day now. Then I'll have 2 days off, and I go back to the eye specialist again later this week. I did notice though, Thursday in this video timeline, it's the same day we went to the thrift stores. I had a really big personal meeting that day too after the eye specialist, and the stress and load from that, even in that evening, my left eye, my good eye, my left eye was getting some shoots of pain. And so I'm just being very aware of that. I also know reality could be I may not be able to do any running for 2026. And again, running for me is joy. It's fun. I come in last a lot. I don't come in last for like 5Ks. I come in the middle. But whenever it's like these big like 25K trail events, I'm usually like second to last, or I represent last place. And I'm fine with that because I have a good time and it's the joy of movement. So I hope I get to be able to click in with some of that joy this year. But even if that's something I have to lay down for a season, it's okay. And yes, I'm filming this in segments. It's like, Jamerrill, how do you do these things with kids? And it's like, well, in segments. I now have a refilled water bottle and I'm in front of a different tree and we're still chatting. So I got people, different parts of the yard. We got the hose going. It's supposed to feel like 90 in Virginia today. We are checking those boxes. But something I want to test for my body and for my recovery during this season of recovery and life, and knowing what's coming down the pike at me that I have to handle and manage, is even more rest time. And I know so many of you are like, yay, Jamerrill, finally. But I have, for a while now, gotten in bed by 7 or 8. I've had time off my feet and I sleep with no alarm as a gift to my body and my healing. However, with my recent new truckload of stress that came on me and a big work push season, and then we saw the reaction in my body, that I'm just gonna give myself the gift of even more time off my feet for as much recovery as possible. I don't plan to go to bed at 5, and again, I won't be able to do this every day, but I see a couple days where I'm like, oh, I could work my schedule accordingly. So by 5, I'm off my feet. I've been carrying around Tia Levine's I Belong to Me book for weeks now. I know I've showed it in my stack. I haven't actually opened it. I have another book called The Memoir Project that I just finished. I also just finished listening to the audio book of Unbreakable by Dr. Vonda Wright. And I started another audio book called The Menopause Gut. And I also have The Menopause Brain in my Audible stack. So it's just going to be me with my journals and my book stack and some audiobooks. We usually start like young kid audiobook time about 8:30. And so I'm going to test, and I'm going to start it today. These couple afternoons, again, out of a 7-day week. And because I'm self-employed and I'm an entrepreneur and I've been living that journey for 15-ish years now, even before YouTube, I can, in many respects, adjust and adapt my schedule accordingly. I'm gonna work on actually being in bed in my pajamas by like 5. Super radical, but I know enough women's stories of surviving these seasons and rebuilding their lives, healing their nervous systems, and 80% of autoimmune diseases are in women. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who's a nutritionist. I told her about my eye, and she said, it would make a lot of sense if you now have an autoimmune disease. I'm glad, honey, someone found their shoes. We need that for another activity coming up. So I don't want that to be my story. So I just recognize my body has carried a lot. It has survived a lot. It has handled an unimaginable load that I never thought would be my life, my reality, or on my life list. I didn't think a lot of these things, were reality. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And I laugh because the endorphins are a good time. I'm just going to mix in some more on purpose off my feet time. The walking, the running, even I was looking at different endurance events I had signed up for 2026. That is so good and hopeful for me. It's never been about the endurance pushed. And again, the running didn't crash my nervous system. The running and the walking have helped my brain and body process and survive the unimaginable. But right now, I can just tell intuitively, I've pulled back the running, I'm only gently walking, and I'm resting more. But it very well could be my year for more afternoon time off my feet, more books read, more journaling, again, continuing to get the gentle walks in daily and supporting my body with nutrition and good nervous system recovery. And that's all a gift for me, which is also a gift to all the people I care for.